You join your favorite motovlogger. Sadly, he's not here today, so you get me instead. And before I even start my topic, I just want to say thank you. Thank all of you who subscribed after the Sausage Fest video. About 5 people did. Thank you very much. One of those 5 people is Spicy 110 himself, who I like to commonly refer to Spicy 2 Bikes Jackson. No reason, just. So I've got a topic today: work, jobs, whatever, that sort of thing. And I'm gonna attempt to do it while, going through this city. I don't usually commute this way, but on a motorway it takes me like, I don't know, 20 minutes to get home, and it wouldn't make for a very good vlog. So yeah, jobs. Okay, currently I've got a job, a really shitty one, but I'll get to that in a second. What I want to say first is I try to apply several jobs, so I've got animal related qualifications and experience, and I applied to a pet shop, nothing. Last year I also applied to a pet shop and they replied, I'm not qualified. I said, you what, mate? But I think they are looking mainly for retail experience. That's why if you go to a pet shop and the person who works there doesn't seem to know shit, that's because pet shops don't hire people who know shit about animals. They hire people who who do retail, really. Can we do it? Man, there's no point. It's trucks ahead. I'll be back to you after the traffic light. Oh shit, low gear, whoops. Anyway, where was I? Why is there a limousine behind a hearse? It's interesting. Right, where was I? Yeah, so I applied to pet shops, whatever. I applied to kennels, nothing. Okay. Maybe they filled the vacancy, who knows. Next up was supermarkets. Now, I've worked at a supermarket for a month before. But the problem with supermarkets I have is references. I just don't have references because, well, my luck is all the references I had, right? They gave me their work numbers and stuff, but they left their work basically. And this, kids, is why you learn slow control in tests. You'll need it. You will definitely need it. Ooh, what should I do? Oh yes, bus. Finally. Finally. There's a truck in front of you though, isn't there? Bam! Filtered. Right. So, can't apply to supermarkets. I tried motorcycle shops, like motorcycle gear shops. And they are by far the worst, I think. I applied to one. I found the thing on Indeed, the application. Nothing. I go to their website, go to the jobs section, nothing. In the entire UK, nothing. Now that raised suspicion to me that probably they don't update that. They just put the applications on Indeed or whatever and they're done with it. Land Wales. So yeah, then I applied to a different one on their website. I saw these applications. It was a parking attendant job, only weekends, but I thought, well, it's something at least. I applied to it, nothing. And I went on there a couple of days ago, so I applied about a month ago now, probably. I went on there, all the applications are still there, every single one. Now what does this tell us, boys and girls? This tells us that those applications were probably uploaded 2 years ago, and it's easier to ignore people than to actually update the application.
Oh, well, do I get the job? Well, I'm afraid not. I'm afraid all the vacancies were filled several weeks ago.
And holy shit, that bus is speeding. I'm going above the speed limit and the bus is catching up. Fuck off, bus. I'm not going any faster. Actually, now it's 50. I can go. That's fine. Oh, yep, fold that down. So, this is a beautiful commute, isn't it? A massive bus lane while everyone's waiting in traffic. The views are great. The weather isn't too hot. It's fine. But yeah, so motorcycle shops, awful. Motorcycle gear shops. So, you know, the only thing that was left for me was to go to an agency, which I did. And they sent me to this place, which I'm working at now. And let me tell you, it's probably the second most boring job I've ever had. The first most boring job I've ever had was from a different agency last year in a bakery, which I had to take bread from one box, put it in another box. And it was constantly loud, had to wear a hairnet, and it was fucking hot all the time. And obviously, you know, because it's a bakery, but then the sun also heated up the building from the outside. It was probably above 40 degrees constantly. I was like nearly falling asleep, literally so boring. This job, however, is close to that. The only difference is that it's not as hot, unless it's hot outside. But it's so monotone, and they put me onto this like workstation, which is awful. Not only you don't move around much, but it's just so tedious, and you have to wear earplugs. This is like the let me tell you, like, no music allowed. They play music, but good luck hearing that with all the machines and plus earplugs. No, not even chewing gum. You know, elf and safety. I like to call it elf and safety, just to take the piss. I'm not sure how chewing gum can contribute to health and safety, but you're not allowed. What else are you not allowed? You're not really talking with anyone, because they're either far away, or they're not very talkative, or the manager's around and you don't really want to talk in front of the manager. And most of the people are Polish, right? So the thing is, they speak between themselves in Polish, but I don't speak Polish, so I'm just bored. I am so bored in that job. It's crazy. I find ways to entertain myself, but I very quickly get bored of those too. For example, one of my favorite pastime activities is annoying people. Now, well, let's avoid these fuckers. Can't be fucked to deal with these buses everywhere. Jesus. Anyway, so annoying people, and some people are very easy to irritate. Sometimes even too easy to irritate, which is boring. Like, you know, I try to irritate people without seeming like I'm trying to do it on purpose, and sometimes it's just so goddamn easy. Thank you, bus. Good guy bus driver, slow down. I think it's the same bus actually that was speeding. What the fuck is that? It's a tiny little camper van. Camper trailer. So this job is fucking awful. Like the first day I was bored in it. Last summer I've had several jobs. Oh, and another thing is you stand all day. And I find I find standing all day a hell of a lot worse than walking around all day. So I've volunteered at like a zoo before, and that was all day walking around everywhere, large distances, because it wasn't like a small city zoo. It was a big zoo in the countryside. But here my legs get so tired because it's just standing all day. So last summer the agency sent me to, it's a different one, it sent me to several jobs. So the bakery was shit. Then another place was packing like massage oils and shit. That one was actually pretty good because not only you could talk to others, you can actually hear the music playing. I like this turn. Oh, a little foot scrape. You could listen to the music. What else? You could talk, you could sit down or stand up. And even though it was a very boring and simple job, it wasn't that bad because you could actually like talk to others and stuff. This job feels like a solitary confinement, but you can see other people. And also the worst kind of solitary confinement, since you can actually, I mean, you have to do like one task over and over again. My brakes for some reason decided that they are gonna buzz constantly. They used to only buzz when braking, but now they're buzzing all the time, which is fun, you know, it's always fun. So yeah, so that was a pretty job. There was another job I went to where I worked on my own. Literally, I would be outside, like on my own around the corners. But they allowed, and it was again a boring job. However, they allowed me to listen to music on my headphones, which literally just made the job a million times better. Better sounded weird. Better. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's weird how music that you like, your own music, can make even like the most tedious task actually not that bad. But here, it's literally like, it feels like prison. And the breaks are so short. If you choose to go to the break, to the toilet during your break, it takes about maybe 5 minutes. That's a quarter of your break on. That's it. But yeah, so, and the last job I had last summer was, the job was awful. However, we messed around. I actually met one of my current best friends there as well in this job. So the job was awful, but it was made, you know, bearable by the people who worked there. Although there was like that one asshole that, there always seems to be that one fucking asshole. You know, that one guy who just like ruins everything. Now watch this. Okay, don't watch this. It's a fail. If that traffic light had gone red, I would have been winning so much. Don't turn, truck. Thank you. Filteroo. Oh yeah, this turn. Oh yeah, son. Where was I? Having too much fun. Usually it gets interrupted, that turn, and the turn before that I said I like, by cars or whatever, but not this time. So yeah, this job, basically, summary, god awful. I like to refer to it as like a western sweatshop in a way. You get breaks and you can go to the toilet, but otherwise it's pretty much the same. And I think a big problem of that is because there's a lot of foreigners working there. There's barely, mainly Polish people, but there's barely any like British people there, except for the engineers. But I think this means that like yeah, I think the work environment is a lot worse, because in places where there's a majority of British people working, the work environment is so much better. But it seems like they just make it awful. for foreign people. And see, the other job that I said that was bad but was made bearable, and I worked for a month. Even by the end of the month, I felt like I was going to school. And just to tell you why that's a bad thing, the camera just reset. So, as I was saying, school to me was like a really shitty thing. Like, I would wake up every morning and just have to force myself out of bed and be like, you just go. There's not there's not much longer left. Just finish it, be done with it. And that's how the job felt by the end. This job kind of already feels like it, and I've only worked there 2 weeks. I'm not sure how people have worked there for 4 years. It drives me like crazy working there, so they must be very strong-willed people. Whee! Now here you see people. Are you gonna turn left? No. That's weird. That number plate probably costs more than the car. 2-stroke, Supermoto, nice. Yeah, drinking his milkshake. Go on, light. I know you want it. I know you want to turn green. I know you do. Just do it. Do it. Do it. Another awful thing I thought about this job is the fact that I have to have Squid. I'll show you in a second. Oh god, didn't miss that one. I'll show you when I stop. Them dreads though. Holy shit. They're like 2 meters long. That's a very classy old dude. Only in Bristol. Only in Bristol. Move Youre. Extra thick! But across the road. I just want to show you. I'm wearing work boots and trousers. Sorry, bus. Had to be done. Had to be done. So, because I have to have Squid because there's nowhere to bloody put my my stuff down. I hang my motorcycle jacket on the chair. My boots, if I do wear my motorcycle boots, I have to put them under the seat, under the chair, and my bag as well. And you're not gonna nod at me, you assholes. And then my helmet is the worst bit. I left it on the table I was sat on the chair, sorry. Someone moved it on the table next to it. Then I come back later, it's moved like across the bloody room, because people just, I want to put my bag down here, I want to sit here. It's like, well, there's plenty of seats, why do you want to, especially like, there's the only table in the room with 3 seats on it, and nobody sits in the middle seat. I put my helmet there, someone just decided they want to put their bag there for some reason. And move my helmet. I was like, oh, for God's sake. And I don't really like that because they might drop it or whatever. And it'd be a bit like messing around with your airbags in the car. Care? No, I don't care. So yeah, just terrible. And it's not the first company that does this. A lot of these places hire a shitload of people, but have a terrible, canteen, nowhere to store your things or anything. Maybe, people just store them in their cars, but if you're on your bike, then you're fucked, basically. And I'm gonna buy a new helmet, but I'm gonna keep this one, because if I go to jobs like these, I need, a beaten up old helmet, like my one, because I don't want to fuck my new one. Especially since I'm gonna give myself a pretty big budget for my new helmet. For me, it's a pretty big budget. Don't do it, Carl. He doesn't look amused. He's like, fine. Fine, I'll wait. Fine, I'll wait. I won't die. Ugh. Not today. This is gonna be a long-ass vlog, but I don't care. I have a rant. Actually, I'm gonna end the rant now. By saying, is it really worth following higher education, which I'm gonna do. Is it really worth it? Because if I can't even find a simple job in like a shop, a bloody pet shop, you know, what am I gonna find if I get a university degree? So yeah, I'm not sure if it's worth following a university degree, but I've gone so far. I tried so hard, got so far, but in the end, will it matter? I hope so. So that's the rant over for today. See you next week when we discuss the world's most debated secrets. How did life start on Earth? Why does the smoke always follow you when you stand next to a campfire? And what is the song Like a G6 about? Bye.